Hello, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another matchup, and today I'm going to steer a bit away of the MLG Dallas 2011. Let me mention that I'm still curious about at least like 2 or 3 series that were played there. I missed a lot of matchups for different reasons, and I just want to follow them and share them with you, but that won't be the case today. Today I'm going to follow a single matchup from the ladder between 2 very interesting players. You guys already checked their names there on the chat, but it's 2 North American players. One of them played in Korea for a long time. So we're gonna have spawning here on the north side LzGaMeR. Is an American player, BroodWar veteran. If I'm not mistaken, he played Zerg back in the days of BroodWar, and he played on the World Cyber Games, won the big tournaments in North America back in the days. He was one of the references on BroodWar in North American territory, and he's one of the finest players playing Terran currently on Starcraft 2. He's going to be facing against a teammate on this situation because both of them are members of Team Evil Geniuses. You're going to have spawning on this south side the blue Zerg EGIdrA. Greg Fields, as you guys know, is back home playing on the North American scene currently, and also starting to show up on the European scene, which I find awesome. For whoever didn't watch the DreamHack Invitational, the one-day event for example, that happened like a week ago, go take a look at it. He's there playing, and there's some awesome matchups. So they're going to be clashing here on this ladder matchup. As you could see from the chat, they know each other, they're just comfortable with each other, so I'm assuming we're not gonna have any kind of BM or offensive attitudes on this matchup. You'll never know, but I guess I'm gonna wait and see. I'm hoping for it to be a nice clash because we're talking about 2 players that know each other and been playing this game for a long time. So following the builds here, as you can see, is just starting. Just the first racks is getting finished by LzGaMeR, preparing his wall off here on his ramp. While on EGIdrA side, he didn't went for that really quick hatchery. Instead, he's going for the gas first in the spawning pool. So I think we're gonna have Zergling speed coming out really quickly. And well, basically they're just preparing their openings, sending the SCV. LzGaMeR is gonna take a look at what is EGIdrA doing. I think he's gonna grab his expo now that he established the spawning pool and gas, and that SCV won't be arriving in time to delay anything or try to be annoying. Let's see, there it is, EGIdrA going for that hatchery, and now with the SCV arriving, spotting all of this. Obviously already spotted the expo, but he's gonna find out about the fact that the spawning pool and the gas is already running as well. For now, as you can see, EGIdrA still doesn't have any drones whatsoever pumping any gas. I guess he's gonna try to take care of it maybe later on, or he just stopped because he only needs the 100 gas for the Zergling speed and he doesn't feel like having anything else. And LzGaMeR, because he spotted that expo, decided to go for an expo of himself as well, grabbing his natural there and still going for more racks play. So 1 racks into fast expand, into a 2nd racks, plenty of bio incoming for now, I'm assuming. No signs that he's even thinking about starting to get any gas heavy units. Notice that he didn't grab any Vespene geysers whatsoever for now. There it is, the first one coming down finally. And meanwhile we have the SCV from LzGaMeR that have been taking scouting information all this time. Finally I think he's gonna get put down by these Zerglings, which slowly gonna poke at him until he gets killed. There's not much else for him to see, by the way. EGIdrA is still finishing his natural expo. Everything is running fine and smoothly on his end. Probably gonna try to make some worker transfer, and this SCV won't be able to sneak peek and take a look at anything occurring inside his base, though it isn't nothing happening by now. As you guys can see, he's just getting his Zergling speed. Meanwhile, on the natural expo from LzGaMeR, there it is, finally finished that command center, playing out of 2 bases, needs to transfer some workers here, and I think he's just assuming a defensive stance for now, getting 2 bunkers loaded with Marines, so he's going to be working out of 2 bases for a while. This couple of Zerglings arrived here, so EGIdrA spotted everything going on this natural expo, and meanwhile inside his base he's now finally getting a factory, probably to mix up some siege tanks with that marine composition. It's something fairly standard for Terran players currently. Both gas are already running there. He still didn't pick up any on the natural expo, but it's a fairly common composition for Terran players, as we all know. Terran make the bio force, the marine force, backed up by some siege tanks. It's quite a staple opening and a staple build, quite effective as well. And because I'm taking a look here on the minimap and now checking it on the full screen, LZ LzGaMeR attaching 2 tech labs to his factories, so I'm assuming maybe he's gonna get as many upgrades as fast as he can, so he can prepare some sort of time push. He already has plenty of Marines inside this bunker, he can produce some more, and there it is, the stim pack is already running, and probably gonna have the shield as well, or some Marauders to mix, but I don't think that will be the case. I think he's just wanting to rush his upgrades as fast as possible. Third rack's going down, so plenty of bio here. We have here EGIdrA just leaving one of his Zerglings running back and forth on this area here, making a patrol path, so he can spot both pathways that LzGaMeR has to come from his natural expo, as you can see, this side and this side. Also, this base is fairly hard to defend, quite wide open, so LzGaMeR needs to be aware of that, or else he might get a Zerg tsunami into his base later on, who knows. For now, in the economy, as you can see, still balanced, though we have EGIdrA pulling a bit ahead, and LzGaMeR, every time he drops some mules, he gets a nice boost there, obviously. For now, he's getting the siege tanks to back up his bioforce, as you can see, grabbing some more gas, and as I was mentioning, it's still fairly balanced, though EGIdrA has a lot more workers, by the way. We have another SCV attempting to reach the bases from EGIdrA, but once again a failed attempt, got intercepted by all of those Zerglings with speed. Notice as well that EGIdrA is taking care of his creep highway, just spreading it as much further north as possible, so he can get all that speed rolling on his favor for all of his units when he starts defending, or even assaulting if his opponent tries to stretch down all the way south, probably to the rich mineral field, which is always a fairly valid option for any race playing on this map on Xel'Naga Caverns. For now, EGIdrA apparently is just committed to his macro game. He's going for that third base, already clearing the rocks there, while inside his main base we already have the Spire and the Baneling's Nest, instantly working on his upgrades and already getting 7 Mutalisks out, so plenty of Mutalisk play on the way, lots of harassment from EGIdrA, getting ready to annoy and try to put off LzGaMeR from his plan, and as you guys know, being able to micro while macroing on the back of your base, and being EGIdrA able to do so very quickly and easily on his Mutalisks, I think he's going to be able to throw off LzGaMeR from his game, or at least delay any plans that he might have. For now, as you can see, he's just advancing with the first batch of Mutalisks into the main base of his opponent. There's plenty of Marines there ready to defend, so this won't be able to be a successful push for now. He needs probably a much bigger number compared with the number of Marines here. Let's take a look at the army count. 85 against 91, still fairly balanced, there's not much of a gap, but like I was mentioning, there's plenty of Marines there, more than enough to shoot down this small batch of Mutalisks, and I think that EGIdrA will have to commit himself to plenty of Mutalisks play if he wants to overcome the amount of DPS that Marine group can come up with, or being able to attract them to outside of the base and to a fragile position where they can be blasted away by Banelings is another solution, because he's getting Banelings as well, plenty of upgrades working on, getting one of the gas down there, but instantly as LzGaMeR pulling with his forces and forcing EGIdrA to pull back. He doesn't have enough Mutalisks for now, needs a much bigger wing, and though he is building more and more, for now he's just clearing the rocks here on the rich mineral field and getting Banelings into this fray here. LzGaMeR advancing, I think it's the third attempt that he makes to try to reach his opponent's bases. This time he's going to be able to enter. Noticing the positioning of that macro hatch there, even trying to block a bit the access to the ramp. Kind of interesting positioning here, and meanwhile we have the forces from LzGaMeR advancing all the way south, while the Mutalist trying to flank on the left side and probably get a nice snipe on those siege tanks, but no, the Marines were expecting them, and they're gonna even take care of that Overlord that was keeping tabs on the movements. Now we have plenty of siege tanks here, backed up by a nice force of Marines here. Does they have any upgrades? No, no upgrades whatsoever for now. Keep in mind that EGIdrA is already playing out of 3 bases, getting now some static defenses. That scan just gave all of that information to LzGaMeR, and apparently LzGaMeR is going to try to advance here from the right side, entering the ramp. Oh, so many of those Mutalisks getting lost, getting shot down on that situation, and EGIdrA being forced to pull back, while apparently we have LzGaMeR establishing a siege here, advancing to the 3rd base of EGIdrA. This will show on the income. EGIdrA is just pulling ahead, and apparently EGIdrA is going to advance into his opponent's natural expo. He's not going to defend, he's going to counter, and we might be able to witness here, we might be able to be witnessing currently a trade base here. Basically, they're gonna try to advance and smash as much as possible of their opponent's base and be the fastest one to destroy all of the production facilities to take the victory here. As you can see, EGIdrA has plenty of units advancing. While you can follow in the picture screen, you can observe the Terran player LzGaMeR blasting away at that third base from EGIdrA, now being forced to pull back, while we still have EGIdrA poking at, blasting at everything here on the main base, and now apparently he's forced to pull back. He's bringing all his forces because he doesn't have enough to defend here, desperately trying to make some banelings out of those cocoons. No, too late, killed instantly, and now with the forces remaining, EGIdrA trying to shove away this big bioforce backed up by siege tanks, but apparently it's way much too powerful. As you can see, all the forces that were coming up north that EGIdrA had assaulting the main base of LzGaMeR just got completely destroyed. All of those banelings weren't able to reach the Marines, and whoa, what's this? I think that EGIdrA just left the game. Oh, okay, I thought he would at least give a small GG to his teammate, but guess not. And well, we're just stating the obvious here, I would say. All of those banelings that came up north that were harassing failed to reach the Marines, didn't explode and didn't melted any of this flash that is running around here, and basically EGIdrA just got himself into trouble with that base trade or trade base, and found himself with a lot of bio inside his natural expo, backed up by siege tanks and medivacs, destroying everything moving, and obviously they would advance to his natural expo. Already have lost his third base, there was much left of his economy, and he didn't have whatever army to help defend against this, so he just stated the obvious and decided to GG out of this match, though, well, he didn't GG, he just left, but okay. Well, simple, straightforward game, nice base trade there, but EGIdrA just got to a point where he just felt the pressure and had to pull back, and it was much too late, he didn't have what it takes. So, game done, hope you guys enjoyed this one, see you all later, have fun.